Hi, podcast! Wow, I can't believe that just happened. Mia forgot how we started our podcast. Wow.
Sorry.
It's been a while. Also, these mail trucks, we're in the post office parking lot. Just girly things. Well, it's actually just podcast things because I don't want to be driving and setting this up. But those mail trucks are like a fleet.
Podcast. Look at my sweatshirt.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm. She got that as a Christmas gift from someone who really knows her well.
Mm-hmm.
Also, look at how cute these little matching rings are. What? So the last time we talked was like a month ago on podcast. Obviously, we've spoken since then.
Word.
It was,
We haven't spoken since. We only
talk
talk when we're...
the podcast is the only place that we're legally allowed to
What
talk
did
to
we-
each other.
Wait, what did we do last time?
We just nothing.
Oh.
It was after
before,
after the 25th anniversary show. So it was before Thanksgiving.
Oh, that's right. Okay.
And we just like talked about nonsense.
It was Thanksgiving break.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I think this week is the week that we do the wedding plans podcast.
I think it is too.
Because I've had those sitting and I like really want to go over them.
Okay, but are we doing each other's?
Yeah.
Okay, then I need to do yours.
Wait, did you just fill out yours?
I filled out mine because I wasn't sure.
The whole point is that like you say what you think for mine and then I tell
Oh
you what
yeah,
I think
and you
for
don't
mine.
hear it, right?
No, I hear it. Because like you say, I think you're gonna have a fall wedding, and I say, oh, I think I'm gonna have a summer wedding or whatever. Like we compare
Oh, that's right.
like what how well we know
What
the
I
other-
think about you versus what you think about you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, not me, but wedding.
That's what I mean.
Yes.
How
Wow.
what I hate about you as a person.
And then what I hate about myself. We'll be here for days. Where's the other half of the silo?
Oh my gosh.
Has they been robbed?
The Kimball silo. Where's the bottom of it?
Is it levitating?
Somebody.
This one is still safe.
Wait.
Where is it? What?
Is it closing?
Kimball? Nope. Kimball. It's Kimball Farm.
Oh. Well, I say Kimball's.
I say Kimball's too. But my people I worked with used to call it Kimball. Did I tell you that when I was out the other night, someone came up to me that I used to work with at Kimball's?
Did they go?
They did ask whatever happened.
Really?
That story has never been told on the podcast.
If you know, you know.
IYK. I can't. Where would they put it? Do they take it? They can't take it down every year. Maybe they're getting it like not renovated. But what's the word? Maybe they're getting it like redone.
Maybe. I mean, that thing's been there for ages.
That's true. Wow,
That was getting
crazy.
unsafe. Structurally
It's
unsafe.
gonna come down on someone. What did they keep anything in it, or was it just for looks? It's got to be just for looks.
I think it's just for looks.
Okay.
Imagine someone
Oh my god.
late at night breaks it open and out spills
all of the ice
thousands
cream
of-
recipes. That's what they keep in it. You know that episode of? Did you ever watch iCarly?
Yes.
You know the episode of iCarly where they had to get the pie recipes from the computer, and they were like, "We can't figure out this old computer. This
No.
computer." I know Sam says like, "This computer is a dinosaur" or something like that, and then somebody gets mad and it gets like pushed off the desk, and the recipes were literally like in the back of the computer. Like it wasn't like on the computer; it was physically tucked into the like mechanics.
Yeah,
of the
no, I
computer.
didn't see that.
Oh, it's a good episode. It's like Mr. like Galini's Pies. He's got some offensively fake Italian name. Anyway, this is why we need to have topics prepared.
Well, no, let's talk about. I feel like we must have things to talk about because we haven't spoken to the podcast
Oh,
in a while.
I took my MTEL. I didn't tell you that. I didn't tell anyone that.
You told me yesterday. You texted me that you didn't sleep
Oh,
much the night before.
I truly have not gotten so little sleep. Like,
Because you were just stressed or you were
Yeah.
studying?
No, I was stressed.
Did you study for it?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't take that test without studying for it. Yeah, I've been studying, like, daily for weeks.
Oh, wow.
It's not, like, anyone...
Well, the first one you said you didn't really have
Well,
to
the first
study
one
for.
nobody has to study for.
Oh, okay.
But the history one is known to be, like,
Oh, that's
the
what you
hardest
took?
MTEL. Yeah, I took the history MTEL yesterday.
When do you find out?
3 weeks. Yeah, I'm terrified. But literally every history teacher I've talked to, every social
Said
studies
you'll
teacher
fail
I've
the
talked
first
to,
time?
said you'll fail the first, if not the second time too. Like, it takes a good 2, 3, 4 times. My counterpart at Blanchard took it 4 times.
Okay,
before he
so if you
passed.
fail this time, it's like
Yeah, but
not-
I don't do well with failure.
Yeah.
Hi, Ari Fleischer. Don't know if we've met.
WA.
Not a fan of failure. But yeah, I'm not. I don't know. It's funny because everybody's been like, "How was it? How do you think it went?" I have no clue because all of the
Okay.
practice tests that I took were like all over the place, like score wise. But yeah, it's very difficult because it's literally dawn of man to present day, global history,
Yeah.
plus economics and geography. Yeah, because it's
Dawn
not
of
it's-
wait, what did you say? Dawn of
dawn of man.
to present day.
Yeah. What is so funny about
I
that?
never heard dawn of man.
Like, because Lauren said to me, she's like, "Were there dinosaurs on your test?" And I was like, "No, it's from when like man first started to exist, not like the Big Bang. It's not like when Earth became a thing. It's like."
Well, yes, sure, yes.
So dawn of man is the
Yes.
correct term to
No,
use.
I understand it. I just have never heard that.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, it's like everything is fair. Like, I literally had cavemen. I had like
You had cavemen?
yeah. There's 6 different types, or I don't know actually how many types there are, but I know that there's
Wow.
Australopithecus afarensis. That will forever be ingrained in my brain. My 7th grade social studies teacher had us sing a song to learn all the different types, and I don't remember like the song, but I remember marching around the classroom going Australopithecus afarensis, Australopithecus afarensis. Because you know that like picture that's like the different cavemen in like different stages where it's like crawling to walking to climbing.
Yeah.
Not to be confused with the SSPA logo. Crawl, climb, leap, run, jump, soar.
Basically, we're all just cavemen.
We're all just cavemen. There was a question about cavemen. There were questions about like sub-Saharan Africa, like early Chinese dynasties, colonial U.S. obviously, like World War I, World War II, Korean War, Vietnam War. Like,
WA prepared. Well,
did it?
for test taking.
For test
Took
taking,
a
yeah.
whole lot of tests.
Yes, but I don't think. But the thing is, every test that I've ever taken that's like a history test is about a subject.
Yeah.
It's not every subject,
This is
and there's
like-
no order to the test. So you have 100 multiple choice questions.
And it's random.
And it's random. So it could be like one question's about cavemen, one is about U.S. history in the 1980s in our relationships with Cuba. Then the next question's about like 15th century China.
Yeah.
And then it jumps to like 1800s, like South America. Like, you're literally all over the map, all over time. And then it just throws in a question about the stock market. And it's like, you get like whiplash from it. And then there's 2 essay questions. The essay questions, I feel like, is what I was better prepared for.
Okay.
Because the essay questions, it gives you like a direct, like, academic question
Okay.
that you like have to use like your background knowledge to like kind of start, and then it gives you 2 primary sources that you have to analyze and like incorporate into your essay.
Yeah.
So my first question, I don't think I'm actually supposed to I signed
Talk about
something.
it?
I signed something that you're not supposed to like share the questions.
Okay.
So I'm not going to
Luckily,
share the
I'm
questions.
not going to be taking
No,
the
but
history
who knows? Maybe future history teachers are watching this. Like, I mean, I don't want to give
that's
away the
okay.
answers. But yeah, the essay questions were totally different. Like 2 totally different points in time and places. So that was really interesting, and it took me way longer than the other one. Like,
wow.
the literacy ones is technically 2 tests. I finished that in 3 hours. This one was 1 test, and it took me 4 hours.
Wow.
Yeah. Kick in the butt. When do you have to start taking those? Or any type of certification test?
At least next year. I'll probably
How many do you have to take?
5, I think.
That sounds right.
I think it's
I think that's how many Catherine
5.
took.
I think it's just like, yeah. But I right now, as a junior in college, am applying, like I want to submit the application, like, I would like by the end of this week. I'm applying to grad school.
Trigger warning, grad school. Not so personally, I enjoyed undergrad a lot more than grad. And
Yeah.
and I'm only a semester into grad. I don't think I showed you my professor for my in-person class, who scared me, left me the nicest note. Like, the nicest comment that was like, you are ready to, like, spread your wings and soar and have your own classroom. Like, you are going to
I feel
be
like the meanest
a
teachers are
phenomenal
always
educator.
the ones that
They're
are like,
always the ones.
you will be amazing.
Yeah, they're always, because, and I knew this. Somebody had told me this. That, like, she's trying to scare you at the beginning to, like, scare the weak ones out. And then, like, once she realizes that if you're, like, in the program for the right reasons, then it's like, okay, she'll take care of you. But it took a whole semester to, like, figure that out, you know?
Yeah.
So, dang, you're applying. Are you applying at UVM?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Very nice. Very nice.
Yeah, they call it the AMP program, the Accelerated Master's Program.
Yeah, is it like a +1?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is,
But-
I definitely recommend
But
getting it done.
I emailed one of my favorite professors, and he's like, I'm applying for the AMP program right now. Like, would you write me a letter of recommendation? And
Oh,
like,
yeah.
all this stuff. And she was like, the AMP program? She was like, already?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What does that mean, already? Like, that's when I applied for grad school, like, right before senior year.
Yeah.
Which, I guess you're halfway through junior year, but, like, I don't think it's, I mean, what, it's
No,
just like,
most people, if I wasn't going abroad, I'd start my grad classes next semester.
second semester of junior year. Yeah. You can't start them at UMass Lowell until first semester of senior year. Like, you have to be a senior.
Okay. Yeah,
But
that's
because
what
I graduated a semester early, I could have started mine second semester of junior year.
Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah.
Is it the same type of rules that, like, you have to get your master's within 5 years of starting teaching also? Okay, I didn't know if that was just a secondary thing.
Yeah, and I'd rather not be, like, teaching and trying to get my master's.
no,
like,
that
like it
sounds
was
awful.
asking, like, is your employer paying for it? And I was like, no.
That is truly the only silver
plus.
lining to doing
Yeah.
it. Like,
But you might get hired somewhere and they won't pay for your master's. Like, that's
Right.
not even a promise.
yeah.
So I'm like, I'm not,
This town doesn't pay for it.
yeah.
A lot of towns around here actually don't pay for it.
Yeah, so, I'm like,
Fascinating.
I'll just get it.
Yeah, just get it done. And then the other thing is, like, you don't have to worry about, like, because there's other, like, recertification things you'll have to worry about. Like, you're constantly taking, like, certification classes and, like, making sure that you're up to date on all of your, like, licensure stuff. So, pain in the butt. But I can't wait for us to have our own classrooms and we can, like, decorate them. And oh my god, I've been having pictures pop up because a year ago I started teaching.
Okay.
And so I had, like, the pictures pop up from, like, you came after school on my first day, and we made all of our little TikToks. And I'm like, God, I miss it. I had sent a Snapchat. I think I sent it to you, and a couple of my other friends of my student who made the very inappropriate joke on my, like, third day during the lesson, and I was like, oh, so this is middle school boy humor. Okay, I'm now back to understanding middle schoolers, but I miss it so much, like, so much.
That's so funny. Like, that's so good that you love it.
What's so funny is that
you could not get
called
me
you.
far
know.
enough away from middle school.
I know. But I remember calling you after I got the offer and you were like, you have to do it. You're doing it.
Oh, yeah.
Like, you gave me no
I was like,
choice.
you have to do it. I was like, so when do you start?
Yeah. And I was
Yeah.
like, I don't know if this is right. Like, I'm so glad I did it.
Yeah. Oh, I was like, you need to do
But you
it.
were, there was never a question in your mind. You were like, no,
No.
you're doing it.
Yeah.
Why are you posting this like you might
You were
not?
like,
You're doing
You were like,
it.
I don't know if I should do it. And I'm like, so when do you start?
Yeah. It's like, am I helping you set up, or like,
Yeah.
do you have to like go in early? Like,
Yeah. No,
oh my god.
yeah. No, it's a good thing that you did it. I mean, that's huge when you're like applying
Yeah. No,
for
it'll
jobs.
be
Like,
good.
that's going to be huge.
I just
to
wish I
have
could have
on
had
your
it count
resume.
as like my practicum, because now I'm
Yeah.
going to do the exact same thing 4 months.
Well, so, okay, I was actually thinking about you the other day when I was thinking,
Uh-huh.
I mean,
Yeah, so we can't talk when we're not podcasting, but we can think.
yeah. No, but I was thinking about that it actually does kind of make sense because, you know how I had such a positive experience this semester with my mentor teacher?
Mm-hmm.
It actually does make sense because you need that, like, mentor-teacher student, like,
of course.
relationship.
Yeah,
And, like, there is something to be said about, like, being in somebody else's classroom
100%.
and having them, one, observing someone else doing
Right,
it.
yeah.
Like, every
Yeah.
day or
Yeah.
every few days or
No, and I
whatever.
mean, that's what I'm going to do
And
this
have someone be
semester.
like, I would do this differently.
Right.
Like,
Right.
do this differently.
Yeah.
This is great that you're doing that.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, I remember when I was doing that and that's like a whole
Oh.
nother side to
Yeah.
student
No,
teaching.
I'm so, that is the part that I'm excited for.
Yeah.
Is that, like, I will get to have someone in the, I mean, I did have, obviously, like, combined lessons and stuff, but
Yeah.
my mentor during my teaching was not physically in the room.
Right.
Like, she was like text call away, but was not
But it's
physically
not the
there. So it's like totally
Yeah.
not the same. And I'm so excited. That's what I'm so excited about for pre-prac, is that I get to be a student again and like fully observe and like just watch different teachers and their styles and like classroom management styles, and
Yeah.
also get a taste of high schoolers. Like, I haven't gotten like,
When do you, like, are you placed in a,
for pre-prac
for,
or for practicum.
what's pre-prac?
Pre-prac is where every week, 1 day a week, I'm in a different school.
Like, what school, like, could you be in WA?
Yeah. But the next week I'd be in CC or AB.
Like, but are those just, like, are you gonna be in, like, A, B, C, C, like, in,
It'll
like, the schools?
I can pick, or I can have my professor pick. So I have to do, there's like certain things that I want, like personally I want to check off. So like I want to do like super urban districts, like I want to be in city schools.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get experience in small schools, big schools. Like I want to see what, because this is all I've ever known,
Yeah.
you know? So like I want experience in towns or cities that are very different, so I can get a taste of, is
You
this
should
what I
do,
really
like-
want?
You should do.
I think I'm in Lowell the first week.
So wait, it's every week you switch?
Every week I switch.
You should do like Lowell, some like suburb of Boston,
Yeah,
like
that's
like
my
not
plan.
like Chelsea, because I feel like isn't Chelsea not the greatest area?
It depends. I mean, it all depends on like where you're going.
Yeah.
My advisor is not going to put me somewhere that's not like safe to be in, obviously.
Yeah.
But it's literally like one of my classes, like 3 credits this coming semester, will be every Thursday I'm in a different school from 7 to 3. And I literally just shadow a different teacher. So
That's good.
yeah, I think that'll be really cool to like see and be able to like just again like observe.
It's crazy that you have not done any, that they haven't had you do any teaching, like student teaching until now. That's crazy. That I was doing, like, I was in a classroom sophomore year. I don't even know how, like, how can you even know? Obviously you know that it's what you want to do, but like,
No,
how do you even know if that's what you want to do?
Yep.
If you're not in the, and now you've gotten your bachelor's, you could take
Well-
one step in a classroom and be like, oh, this isn't how I was expecting it.
right, but that is also the beauty of, you still have your bachelor's in something that you could do other things. So it's like, if you get the taste of teaching and you realize you don't want to teach, there's plenty of other things you can do. Whereas if you had your bachelor's in education and you'd never been in a classroom, like, that's why they get you in a classroom so early. Because if you didn't find out until second semester senior year, it's like, well, at that point you have your bachelor's in
Yeah.
education. So
Yeah.
like, what else are you going to do? I mean, there are other things, obviously, than like being a classroom teacher that you can do with a bachelor's in education, but there's a lot more options if you just have your bachelor's in a subject area.
Yeah.
So that's the thing. It's like I do agree that it's crazy that like students don't get placed in classrooms when they're going for secondary ed until so late. But at the same time, it's not as big a deal as like if you were to be placed so late on, because like there's still plenty of options. But yeah, no, it's nuts. It's like if I hadn't had the 4 months of teaching that I did, I literally would have no classroom teaching experience.
Well, also, like, my practicums are like what keeps me going. Like, that's my favorite part of my week. Is like educational wise.
And isn't it wild that like I could start teaching without any education courses?
That's what I mean. Like like I don't like that.
Yeah.
Because then if you decide that you like, if you want to be like a high school teacher, and like not saying that there's I'm sure plenty of great teachers that went to school and like got their master's once they were teaching and are great teachers. But, like then you have those people, they come right out of college with their bachelor's, start teaching. They've never interacted with kids, and they just are like that's how you get those teachers that kids hate.
Yeah, because but that's the whole, I don't know if fallacy is the right word, but that's the whole issue with that stupid phrase, like those who can't teach. Have you ever heard that?
Yeah.
Because
what?
That was Mags.
Really?
Yeah. With the puffers in the car. That's the whole problem with that phrase, though, because those who can't teach is BS, because any student can sniff out the person who became a teacher because they were really good at a subject, but they're not really good at teaching.
Yeah.
Like, we both had teachers who you could tell were brilliant, like very, very intelligent individuals. But they should be doing something in that field. They should not be teaching students. It drives me nuts when people like belittle what teaching is, because nobody realizes like how difficult or like intense it is. It's funny because I was having a conversation with someone recently, and they were like, what's something, like, if you were gonna have a TED Talk, what's something you could talk about, like, unprepared? And I was like, education.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I could talk
for hours.
Yeah.
About education.
This is our teacher cast. I can't wait until we both have classrooms and we can, like...
Oh.
Do you see, there's, like, a TikTok account that's this, like, group of, like, elementary school teachers, and they have a podcast.
Really?
Yeah, it's so funny.
Oh my gosh.
They talk about things that, like, the kids say or the kids do, and it's hilarious. Like, the stories they have, and they're all elementary school teachers, so they have, like, just the most random stories.
Why is this woman just...
It looks like she's cleaning up, like they're cleaning up decorations.
It's like,
she did look like she was gonna run into traffic just there.
Yeah.
Like that was a little
okay?
frightening. What time is it? 1:32. Okay. Man. Yeah, no, I could talk about like education, and I was talking the other day with someone about, because there's all the budget cuts happening in town right now. And I watched a school committee meeting the other night for the first time in like a year. Like I used to go to school committee meetings all the time. But I was watching a school committee meeting the other night, and I was like, oh my goodness.
Aren't they at WA? They're trying to cut something crazy. Remy was telling me that there's like something like,
yeah, if Prop 2.5 doesn't pass at town meeting, which is like a tax override, they're gonna have to cut like 18 teachers. Like, it's some crazy number. Because of budget issues. And like, you look at other towns who don't have very different like budget numbers, but they prioritize education. And obviously, I would never say like cut other, like, it's the issue of like money doesn't grow on trees, you know. Like they do. I understand like how budgets are like formed and made, and it's not easy, but like it is wild to look at. Like, other towns give so much more money to the schools.
Yeah.
And, like, make cuts in other departments that, like, we don't. And again, like, you never want to pin, like, I would never say make cuts to the fire department or the police department so that we can save the school.
Mm-mm.
Like, we need those.
Yeah, but it is still crazy what Remy was telling me they're trying to cut, like, not like the whole science department, but like some, like, a bunch of, like, they're keeping like bio, chem, physics, but everything else goes or something.
Yeah, like elective classes.
And I was like, that's crazy.
Yeah, they're cutting a lot of, like, visual and performing arts classes too.
Yeah.
Yep. It's wild. And that's the other thing that, like, I hate about, like, budget discussions, because it always comes up, is people think, like, oh, let's keep that science teacher and get rid of an art teacher. And it's like, no. Like, we're not starting that game, because
you have kids that
need those classes to survive.
Every single
Every single department.
Like,
and that
the
was,
robotics club.
People that is
love
their
that.
place. That's where they feel at home.
Yeah.
Same with the art club. People need that. Like, kids
Everything.
need that.
Like, you have to think for because every single club, if there was 0 kids that found value in that, it wouldn't be a thing.
Right.
So there is at
Same with
least
the classes.
one child that gets through their day because they have that club.
And it's
in
the same
afternoon.
with the same with the elective classes. Those classes wouldn't run if there wasn't enrollment in them.
Yeah.
So we're not paying teachers to sit in an empty classroom. We're paying teachers to teach kids about something that they're really interested in. And I feel like in a town like this, where there's such high pressure and high stress on academics, it's, like,
You need
so
those outlets.
critical for kids to have outlets and to have classes that they look forward to.
Yeah.
You know, like, that was every year in my schedule. I tried to have something, whether it was ceramics or public speaking or women's empowerment or senior health or ukulele. I took an intro to ukulele class. Like, all of those classes were something. And that's not to say that, like, I didn't enjoy my, like, core classes. You know, like, I tended to like my history classes, my English classes. I always struggled with math and science, but, like, I had to take those, you know? So, like, I feel like the classes that are not required speak volumes to what students are, like, looking for, you know? Did you have any favorite, like, elective classes?
I love ceramics.
Yeah, I miss ceramics.
I miss ceramics too.
I wanna go to, like, a pottery studio and just, like, throw on the wheel. Get a slab. I wonder, do you think you could find Cookie when you're in New Zealand? Is she from New Zealand or was she from Australia?
Australia.
Oh, dang.
Is she there? Or
Yeah,
did she go home?
she went back. I'm pretty sure.
Cookie. I want
I
to
love
visit
her.
Australia.
I loved her. I'm sure you will while you're there.
I'm sure I will.
Yes. Did you take ceramics 1 and 2?
Just one. So I made Stitch. Remember my big Stitch
Yes.
thing?
Do you remember the
Found
dog
him
that
the
I
other
made
day.
that looked like a rat?
No?
Oh. Yeah, I made a dog. Its head exploded in the kiln, and I tried
Oh.
gluing it back together, and it looked like a rat. Like a pink rat. Because the brown that I used was not truly brown. I had trouble with the glaze.
Sure.
I really wanted to take a ceramics class in college, and I could never fit it into my schedule because it was a 5-hour class once a week. I was like,
5 hours.
yeah. Because it's only once a week.
Yeah.
So it's like, get those 3 credits. Or maybe it was 6 hours if it was 3 credits. It was crazy.
That's crazy.
My brother took one in college, though.
Really?
He could go into the like ceramics studio whenever he wanted to, like, work on stuff, but he had the class that met once a week. But, like, he had to go and, like, put stuff in the kiln. Like, it's much more like independent work when you're in college. Which I saw someone the other day who has a kiln in their house on TikTok. I was like, that's sick.
That's really cool.
Yeah, can we go to Plaster Fun Time?
Yeah.
I love those places. I want to go to not Plaster Fun Time. I want to go to a place that's, like, actual,
Yeah.
like, pottery. There's one, I can't remember what it's called, that Lauren and I found online.
In Acton or in Littleton or There's
No, isn't
one-
that where? Oh, Plester Fontaine's in Chelmsford.
No, there's one.
Fire Your Desire used to be in Acton. That's what it was called. Fire Your Desire. I think I had a birthday party there. Oh,
Yeah, we'll find somewhere.
we can go and make
That
like
could be
little
cute.
mugs.
Yeah. I don't need another mug. But I'll make a bowl or
too.
something.
Yeah.
I'll make something.
I was question for you. When you got this,
Yeah.
did you wash it before using it?
Yes.
Okay.
Oh,
That-
yeah. We didn't get one for you today. That's okay.
It's okay. This week I have a kind of light week.
Yeah, you what? Is there a follow-up?
Oh, to this?
Yeah.
Oh, I was talking to people the other day, and it was a split conversation. We should. This is what we're talking about. We're talking about water bottles. Just like pointing down. When I got this, I got it from like Dick's Sporting Goods, and immediately brought it home. Oh, I'm gonna go in front of you because I have a feeling you're gonna be really slow.
It is a... Oh, it kind of whizzed by the
did it?
window.
I was having a discussion with people the other day. When I got this from Dick's Sporting Goods, I immediately brought it home, put it in the dishwasher.
I didn't
Wash
put it...
it.
I hand washed it.
That's fine. Fine. Use soap. That's all I care
Yeah.
about. One of my peers,
Oh, don't use with hot liquids. I didn't know that. Not that I would have.
one of
Yeah,
my
this you
peers
have to
fully
hand
got it off the shelf at Dick's Sporting Goods, brought it to WA, filled it with ice, put water in it, and started drinking out of it. And I was like, that is so nasty.
Yeah, no. No,
That's
I
gross.
washed this before. But I have used this. I've washed it since. But
Please
like,
sponsor us. I want in the wall. I like that color combo. That color combo is so you.
Thank you.
Like it really.
I love it. I use it every day. I left it in the car for 2 days, and it still had ice in it.
Yes.
Like, it is
I've seen
so
videos that they
good.
can keep ice for like 5 days.
It is so good.
Yeah, I really, that straw aspect is what I want. And I like that it covers, because that's
For
my
anyone
whole
who
thing.
doesn't know, this little, I don't want to pour water. There's a little part right here that's a straw. This
So it
little
goes
part.
down, so it can be like a sippy cup or a straw.
Or you can like, that.
I also like that the mouth part is covered, so that like you can throw it in your bag and it's not gonna get like all
Yeah.
crusty dusty.
And it has that, and then so it has this, and then this clips over it to keep it closed.
It's incredible.
It's innovative.
It really is. You know, my dad makes fun of me because he's like, you know, I didn't have a water bottle as a child, and now you have like 8. I'm like,
What? You didn't have a water bottle?
No.
Like
a,
any
like
water
a
bottle?
reusable water bottle. Like it wasn't a thing when he was a child.
Oh, okay. So he could have had one.
They didn't like exist.
I mean,
They weren't like.
really?
Yeah, my parents are older than your parents. You need to keep that in mind.
But there weren't any sort of this. Also, I do this all the time.
Oh, yeah,
I
it's
just
like a
fish
fidget
it
toy.
with it.
No, that's the other thing I don't like about like the Stanleys that have like the straw coming out. You can't like put that in your bag.
No.
I'm an on-the-go girly.
Oh, this I tossed that.
Oh yeah, you got to. You got to be able to.
This, I also love this.
Yep. Yeah.
So satisfying.
Yeah. Look at that squirrel hugging that tree.
Oh, yeah.
Somebody come
Be
get
real.
her. Be real just went off?
Mm-hmm.
How perfect. Okay. Podcast?
Okay.
This was a good one. This was an education podcast.
This was kind of the town meanings of podcasts.
We had facts. The next one will be silly, goofy fun.
Yes.
But this was good. I'm glad we were able to talk
This is
for
good.
30 minutes.
We're back!
We're back. Guess who's back? Back again.
Did you miss us?
Because we missed you. Okay. Oh my
Okay.
god, my neck just cracked so loud. Also, what is that giant stick against your house?
It's Finn.
Finn. Okay.
Okay.
Bye, podcast.
Bye, podcast.